Thus I descended out of the first circle, down to the second, that less space begirds, and so much greater dole that goads to wailing. There standeth Minos horribly and snarls, examines the transgressions at the entrance, judges and sends according as he girds them. I say that when the spirit evil born cometh before him, wholly it confesses, and this discriminator of transgressions seeth what place in hell is met for it, girds himself with his tail as many times as grades he wishes it should be thrust down. Always before him many of them stand, they go by turns, each one unto the judgment, they speak and hear, and then are downward hurled. O thou that to this dolorous hostelry comest, said Minos to me when he saw me, leaving the practice of so great an office. Look how thou enterest, and in whom thou trustest. Let not the portal's amplitude deceive thee. And unto him my guide, why criest thou too? Do not impede his journey, fate ordained. It is so wielded that where is power to go, that which is wielded, and ask no further question. And now begin the dulcet notes to grow, audible unto me. Now I am come there where much lamentation strikes upon me. I come into a place mute of all light, which bellows as the sea does in a tempest, if by opposing winds is combated. Then infernal hurricane that never rests hurtles the spirits onward in its rapine, whirling them round and smiting, it molests them. When they arrive before the precept, there are the shrieks, the plaints, and the laments. There they blaspheme the puissance divine. Understood that unto such a torment the carnal malefactors were condemned, who reason will subjugate to appetite. And as the wings of starlings bear them on in the cold season in large band and full, so doth that blast the spirits maledict, and hither thither downward upward drives them. No hope doth comfort them forevermore, not of repose, but even of lesser pain. And as the cranes go chanting forth their lays, making in air a long line of themselves, so saw I coming uttering lamentations, shadows borne onward by the aforesaid stress. Whereupon said I, Master, who those people whom the black air so castigates? The first of those whom intelligence thou fain wouldst have. Then said he unto me, the Empress was of many languages. To sensual vices she was abandoned, the lustful she made lidict in her law, to remove the blame to which she had been led. She is Semiramis, of whom we read that she succeeded Ninus and was his spouse. She held the land which now the Sultan rules. The next is she who killed herself for love, and broke faith with ashes of Chicus. Then Cleopatra the voluptuous. Helen I saw, for whom so many ruthless seasons revolved, and saw the great Achilles, who at the last hour combated with love. Paris I saw Tristan, and more than 1,000 shades did he name and point out with his finger, whom love had separated from our life. After that I listened to my teacher, naming the dames of eld cavaliers. Pity prevailed, and I was night bewildered. And I began, O poet, willingly speak I to those two who go together, and seem upon the wind to be so light. And he to me, thou mark when they shall be nearer to us, and then do thou implore them by love which leadeth them, and they will come. Soon as the wind in our direction sways them, my voice uplift, I, O ye weary souls, come speak to us, if no one interdicts it. As a turtle dove called onward by desire, with open steady wings to sweet nest, fly through the air by the violetin born. So came they from the band where Dido is, approaching us athwart the air malign. So strong was the affectionate appeal. O living creature, gracious and benignant, who visiting goes through the purple air, us, who has strained the world incarnate in. If were the King of the universe our friend, we would pray unto him to give thee peace, since thou hast pity on our woe preserve. Of what it pleases thee to hear and speak, that will we hear, and we will speak to you, while silent is the wind as it is now. Setteth the city wherein I was born upon the seashore where the Po descends, to rest in peace with all his routine. Love that on gentle heart doth swiftly seize this man for the person beautiful that was tamed for me, and still the mode offends me. Love that exempts no one beloved from loving, seized with the pleasure of this man so strongly, that as thou seest, it doth not yet desert me. Love has conducted us unto one death. Canto readeth him who quenched our life. These words were borne along from them to us. As soon as I heard these souls tormented, I bowed my face, and so long held it down until the poet said to me, What thinkest? When I made answer, I began, Alas, how many pleasant thoughts, how much desire conducted these unto the glorious past. Then unto them I turned me, and spake, and I began, Thine agonies, Francesca, sad and compassionate to weeping make me. But tell me, at the time of those sweet sighs, but what in what manner love conceded, that you should know your dubious desires. And she to me, there is no greater sorrow than to be mindful of the happy times and misery, and that thy teacher knows. But if to recognize the earliest fruit of love in us thou hast so great desire, I will do even as he who weeps and speaks. One day we reading were our delight, of Launchwood how love did him ethereal. Alone we were, and without any fear, full many a time our eyes together grew, that reading and drove the color from our faces, but one point only was it that o'ercame us. When as we read of much longed for smile, being by such a noble lover kissed, this one, who ne'er from me shall be divided, kissed me upon the mouth of palpitating Goletto, was the book, and he who wrote it. That day no farther did we read therein, and all the while one spirit uttered this, the other one did weep so that, for pity, I swooned away as if I had been dying, and fell even as a dead body falls.